Oh yeah, what is up, everybody? We have a special guest joining us today. I'm going to add him right now. Uh, we got Ray Cote jumping on. First
Uh-oh.
first time on the stream. This is a long time coming. It's actually pretty funny. Me and Ray have talked about doing a podcast for, ages since podcast became a thing.
Yeah,
Um,
decade.
Ray and I met playing hockey, but not junior, just at a random drop in. So Ray's another diehard Leafs fan, which is fun. It's always good to have more Leafs fans on the stream because everybody else, I think we have Oilers fans and Flames fans. So yeah, it's a little bit off. All right, so today we are going to go over the matchups from tonight. I don't really love the schedule tonight, but we have a 5-game schedule on a Monday, which is different, and the Leafs play, so that's good. We're going to talk Olympics. Are the players going to go? Are the NHL players actually going to go? The rink's obviously shrinking, and it might not even be ready. And then we're going to build a DraftKings lineup together, and we're going to play it. And we're going to try to do this every week, where we build a lineup. Ray might not be on every week, but he might be as well. It depends how much success we have, really.
Yeah, we're
So
money. I'm in.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, well, thanks for jumping on, Ray.
Absolutely, buddy. This is we're live. Hey, I'm a little
Yeah.
too. Are you scared? I'm a little too politically incorrect to be live. No, just kidding.
Yeah, you just can't swear as long as you don't swear. Actually, you know what? I think Steve swore last time he was on the stream. So we're not really big enough that we have to worry about it too much. But all right, let's get right into it. We will get the matchups for tonight. Let's do this. We've got the odds and we've got the matchups, and here we go. So we're going to start. Obviously, no 5 o'clock starts tonight. Only one game in that 5 o'clock hour, and that is the Leafs and Lightning. As far as Leafs winning this game, I don't know. But if I had a bet, Vasilevsky's on IR. He won't play for the next couple games. So Tampa's got Jonas Johansson going, and the Leafs have Dennis Hill to be back. And he played great against Montreal, but this game's streaming over to me.
Yeah, this one's Tampa's 3 in a row. They've lost 3 in a row. So that's surprising because they were heating up. Hagel's been great. I think Hagel, he's gone, I think, 2 games without a point in the last 10 or something.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Yeah.
Only thing that'll make a difference tonight, Braden Point's back in the lineup. He's been away for a while. But we talked about this last week, or I talked about this last week, that if he wasn't, one of the 6 chosen for Team Canada prior to the season, would he be playing his way off right now? He's got 11 points in 24 games or something like that. Do you think he could have played his way off the roster?
Yeah, it's tough because he was top line against 4 nations, eh?
Yeah,
and exactly. This is the wrong guy to ask because me and him played together.
True.
So a little bit of a homer there. But
soft spot.
Clearly injured. Pointer has when's the last time he was under a point per game in a season? It's probably his first season.
And goals too.
Yeah, with super sneaky guy that scored 50.
Yeah, we were looking at his stats, and it was consistent uptick, 36, 45, 40 again, and then, obviously 50. I drafted him in fantasy super high, and it's been just a terrible pick so far, but I'm not selling him because I know he's going to bounce back. I would take the over in that game.
Yeah, Coop's the coach. He's not going anywhere. But
no, definitely not. Yeah, that's the other thing that I was saying too. Is you have John Cooper. Obviously, he's going to want to take his boys. Hagel's getting a spot, and deservedly so. He's playing really well. Point's getting a spot for sure.
Yeah.
And honestly, every time I watch Tampa Toronto, it's always a good game. I remember, I think it was last year, Tampa Toronto, where Stolarz stood on his head, but Toronto had 8 goals or something like that. They won 8-3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, no Stolarz tonight, so it could be a different game, seeing as Johansson's in as well for Tampa. That one's on Amazon Prime here in Canada, so that'll be a fun one. Calgary Buffalo, 7 o'clock. That's right here in YYC. Flames have been playing better lately.
Yeah.
Obviously getting pretty good goaltending from Cooley and Wolf.
Yeah, they're 3-2 in the last 5, I believe, right?
Yeah, and those 3 wins are probably. I mean, what do they have on the season? 6. Is that a stretch to say 6? I don't actually know. I haven't checked. We talk about Calgary so much on the stream, but we talk about how they just need to trade everybody. And we never actually bring up where they are in the standings. They have 11 wins. That's way more than I thought they had. They have as many wins as Seattle, St. Louis, and Vancouver. So apparently I don't know what I'm talking about.
They've been heating up.
Last time I checked, they were bad. But yeah, 6-3-1 in their last 10. So a little bit better there. Buffalo, obviously, still bottom of the Eastern Conference. Likely not going anywhere again. And confirms my theory that the Bills are playing better again. And now they don't care about the Sabres. The Sabres will always be bad until Josh Allen's out of Buffalo. That's my theory. Because I feel like the Pagula family, the owners of both the Bills and Sabres, they don't care. They're like, the Sabres can kick rocks because we obviously have Josh Allen in the city. And fair enough. Like, if you have Josh Allen in your city, you don't really need anything else.
Sabres are the stepchild for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Any bets there you would take in Buffalo, Calgary?
Man, for regular bets or DraftKings lineup?
We'll say regular bets for now.
I could see this going over. They've both been scoring a lot lately.
True.
I think
Buffalo's defense is suspect too.
Yeah, super suspect. Obviously, goaltending's meh.
Mm-hmm.
And Calgary's just a coin flip of what you're gonna get. But is it Cooley that's in today?
Definitely. I have not checked. Let's give you the expected anyway, because that'll give you a little bit more info. I mean, I bet against Cooley to cool off because I just feel like he has to cool off at some point, and he just has not.
No.
He's been playing pretty good.
And
until the Flames sell, I mean, they're gonna win a few. It's Dustin Wolf confirmed for tonight, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for Buffalo. Great name to say.
Yeah.
Great name to say. I'm going to take a Tage Thompson anytime goal. He scores every time they're in Calgary.
Yeah, it's true. He lights up Calgary. Buffalo's, like, Josh Norris has been playing great.
Yep.
He's been really good. Josh Doan, too.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Honestly, that trade, like, obviously getting rid of Peterka is never, like, a great thing, but that trade, it's kind of worked out for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's made them worse. It hasn't made them better either, but Josh Norris trade, going back to that, do you feel like if you were Ottawa, would you still pull the trigger on Cousins for Norris if you had hindsight as Cousins like not doing anything?
No, I don't think so. Especially with Norris and Brady being so close, like.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's a tough one.
Yeah, I probably did it because of injuries. I get that, but
for sure,
Cousins has been. He's been kind of I drafted him too, thinking he was going to pop off.
Yeah,
very mid.
it's a classic. Like when hockey guys do fantasy drafts, and by hockey guys I mean like guys who think they know a lot because they played, which is me and both of us. We take flyers on guys like that because we're like, we could totally see it because we've seen it a million times where a guy just pops off after like somewhat being traded and not really like gelling at first, and then he just kind of takes off, but hasn't worked out.
One that worked out for him is
Zegras. Okay, yeah, that trade. I mean,
I took him.
You went back, like, I mean, every GM in the league should have been all over that.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I drafted him, and in the chat, someone went sketchy pick raising, and I was like, nope, he's going point per game.
See, there you go. You take some swings, and yeah, exactly. You're bound to hit on one. Zegras was I wouldn't have said a safe bet just because of coaching in Philly and the style that they play, but he's looked really good. Philly as a whole, I mean, I think they're still competing for that last wild card spot last time I checked. It was like them and Pittsburgh, and they're 1 point out, but they have a bunch of games at hand on the Rangers who are currently holding that spot.
Yeah.
They'll fight back. LA and Utah, I'm going to be honest, I don't really care about either of these teams. LA is like both LA and Utah, honestly. Once Logan Cooley came out, I had Logan Cooley in a draft. Once he got hurt, pretty horrific looking injury.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm out on these guys. Also, people were really high on Utah to make the playoffs. They were like, I think they were plus money to miss the playoffs, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah, and they started so hot.
Yeah, and they're kind of barely hanging on now. They're tied with San Jose and just ahead of Chicago and Winnipeg. Kind of where I thought they would sit. Like they don't really have goaltending. Vejmelka is not proven, and I think Vanacek is their backup, who is also definitely not proven.
Yeah.
So I mean that game there, LA, Utah, it's kind of a whatever game to me.
I can see this being a snooze fest. Both teams, because LA plays the way they do. But Byfield has cooled off the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Both teams are 2-3 in the last 5. Like they're not. No one's like, humming right now. I think Keller's been the only like hot player in Utah the last few games.
True. Yeah. It is just kind of one of those, like, it's such a Monday night hockey game. Like that's the most Monday hockey game I've ever seen in my life. Like LA, Utah. And I mean, even another one next to it is like Seattle and Minnesota. Another one that's like Seattle's really scuffling. They started strong. We're in a playoff spot, in a divisional spot, and now they've fallen off. Minnesota is one of the hottest, one of the best teams in the league right now.
But their record the last 5.
Is it bad? I actually don't know if I've
1 and 4.
Yeah, they're cooling off. Yeah,
1-4.
Well, they lost that game against Colorado. They won in a shootout, and everybody was like, "Oh man, they took down the top team in the league." And then, kind of since then, I guess that's right around when they started slipping.
Yeah. And like Wallstead went. Didn't he go 4 shutouts in 6 games or something?
Yeah, he did.
And is he off? I actually don't know, but.
He did. Well, they lost. He lost bad, I think, recently.
Okay, so
I want to say it was like to Calgary or something like that, but I don't think it was. That's maybe just a shot in the dark here. I'm gonna find this. Wallstead had some shutouts. He played that game against Edmonton that everybody was talking about because the Oilers had the pick, and obviously kind of passed on Wallstead. And then they lost 4-1 in Calgary, and Wallstead kind of gave up a bunch of goals there, and then they lost to Vancouver as well. Tough Western swing for Minnesota. Didn't go great through Western Canada after Edmonton.
No, and Decord's been pretty good. I know his numbers aren't like fantastic, but he's been doing not too bad. Yeah, it's true. I mean, Decord would be like one of those starters that's like middle of the road. You're not going to lose games probably because of him, but you might not win because of him. He's like in the same. I would put him in the same category as like a Stu Skinner. If you have a good team in front of him, he's probably going to win games. And if you put a defense that plays like Edmonton, not recently but before, he's definitely not going to win you games. Yeah.
Last one for the night would be Detroit and Vancouver. I mean, honestly, it could be one of Quinn Hughes' last games in Vancouver.
Yeah,
like it's kind of crazy that we're talking about this, but I feel like the fire is lit now on Quinn Hughes leaving. Like the whole thing this weekend with him calling the New Jersey Devils GM a nickname, called him Fitzy, and called his own GM Jim. Feels like he's kind of kicking the door down on getting out of there. But I mean, some kind of trade would. I don't know what you'd have to do to pull him out of Vancouver.
Yeah, well, it's Vancouver. They have a history of giving up star players for not that much.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, I mean, not the same deal, but I remember when they traded for Filip Hronek, which turned out to be a decent trade, but everybody was like, what are they doing? It was like Filip Hronek for a first round pick, and you were like, that pick's gonna be a high pick. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, man, I don't know. People don't talk about it enough, but Vancouver media might be worse than Toronto's.
Oh, couldn't agree more. Yeah, 100%. Vancouver media is the worst in the league, for sure.
It's crazy.
Because I feel like Toronto media is bad, like super pressure, and but I feel like they are knowledgeable at least. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Vancouver media is just like they're just throwing stuff at the players. Like they don't know what they're talking about half the time.
Oh, dude, they're slimy too. Like they make stuff up about personal life and stuff. Like they're crazy. What is that about?
Yeah, that's never where you want to go. Like don't be going personal life on these guys. But yeah, it is true. They do that quite often where they just throw in some personal life stuff and you're like, let's just keep it on the ice. That whole like when they basically ran Boudreaux out of Vancouver because of personal life stuff.
Totally.
And the whole crowd was like cheering for him in his final game and super sad. Anyway, let's those are the games tonight. We're obviously going to be watching Toronto Tampa because that's mostly what we do.
Yeah.
We're going to switch over. We're going to build a DraftKings lineup because I know you got to go. So we want to do that before Olympic talk. If we get a chance to do Olympic talk, we will. But we're going to build our DraftKings lineup first so that you guys have something to play off of.
We're going to Detroit.
Go for it.
I kind of feel like that could be an absolute drumming on Detroit's side. Like Vancouver's 1-4. Larkin's so hot right now. He's doing really well. DeBrink is hot. Like that could be an absolute gong show.
Yeah, I could see Detroit putting up 7 for sure.
Yeah.
Like they could hit the over on their own without Vancouver even touching the back of the net, which could happen as well. That's very possible.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Great point. I could definitely see that. Okay, Ray, you're obviously you're my goat when it comes to DraftKings. The amount of times that you've come in first quite a lot. You've won some good money on DraftKings, but the amount of times you've come like second or third and you've missed by like one player or captain pick is kind of crazy. I mean, we're talking like, I don't want to put a number on it, but I feel like we're talking millions. I feel like we're talking millions of dollars here that you could have been walking away with.
Oh yeah, easily.
Which is kind of crazy. So run us through a strategy. Yeah, for sure. Run us through a strategy here of what you normally look for when you're building a lineup and how you go about it.
Yeah. So with DraftKings, since it's fantasy and salary based, I don't like to get so fixated on the salary. There's been times where I'm like, oh, I got to use all 50K. And that kind of gets you into trouble sometimes. And then I always study the guy who won. Like, what was his strategy here? So in hockey, a strategy that I see that wins a lot is picking like 3 or 4 guys on the same team. Because if it's like I just said, Detroit's going to have a big list. Picking 4 guys that might get 2-3 points, like you're setting yourself up for pretty good success, at least winning your money back, right?
Which is, I mean, ultimately, like, our goal is to win a lot of money, but if we have to, we're looking for money back. So in saying that, then Dylan Larkin's obviously hot and Vancouver sucks.
Yeah.
So he's a lot of money, but he's probably a good pick at center, seeing as outside of him in Detroit, there's not much.
Yeah, at center, Larkin's a good pick. I also usually like to pick value players, like at a lower salary first, and then have that flex open to whoever.
Okay.
So like center, some guys that I saw that were like pretty high value at center for just all the games across the board.
Yeah.
Not just because we're Leafs guys, but like Nick Waugh and Scotty have just been.
Scotty Lawton.
They're on a point streak right now. So like
they are.
Like they're on a 3 point streak. Those guys are good picks in my eyes. Some of the Buffalo guys I think are pretty good value picks. Off the top of my head, I thought Byfield was going to be a good one, but I think he's gone 4 games without a point. And you can view that 2 ways. You can view that he's about to pop off this game, or he's going to do the skid, right?
Okay, so I agree. Nick Waugh, I mean, Lawton's on a 3-game goal streak and went absolutely berserk on a slapper on a breakaway, which he tends to do, which he loves to do, which I love. I mean, my dog lost it. I almost woke up the baby because I was so pumped that he went bar down on a slap shot against Montreal on Saturday night. It was incredible.
Yeah.
So as far as value picks, then I say we add Larkin. I like that, and then we choose one of Lawton or Waugh here at center to round it out. What are you thinking, Lawton or Waugh?
I say we go Waugh.
Okay, I like it.
He had a multi-point.
Yep, I like it.
Guys,
all right. We can go to wingers next. Obviously, we need 3.
Let's go to wingers. So yeah, some value picks. Like I think Paterka is a great one at 4,700.
Okay, Paterka. Let's see if we. Yeah, he is. Yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah, and then where's my? McMahon's always a good one right now. He's on a point streak too.
Okay, I'm gonna add these guys in here, and then we can adjust from there.
Yeah.
And yeah, McMahon is. I love Bobby McMahon. When he gets hot and that line's clicking.
Yeah, right.
Good.
A guy that I think he's on a 2-game goal streak is Connor Zary.
Ooh, yeah, he's played his way back into that lineup.
Yeah.
And like playing well. This is good. Like we got a lot of value here right now.
Mm-hmm. And like I said before, like Donor, Josh Norris, they're good.
Yeah.
All you guys.
Yeah, we can take a look. Let's see here what we got.
Norris
I thought I saw Doan pop up, but
yeah,
Josh Doan has. Yeah, Doan's actually probably a really good pick. I feel like we should pop Doan in here for somebody on the wing.
Yeah.
Paterka, McMahon, Zary, who are you thinking?
I think Zary. And then for kind of a higher value guy, I think Perrin DeBrincat with Larky.
Okay, I like it. So let's go Zary, Doan, and DeBrincat.
Yeah, actually, let's look at Kane and DeBrincat. Who's been kind of popping? Kane's popping off. He's got 6 last 4.
And Vancouver's terrible, like we've said. Their opponent rank here is 32nd, which we love to see, and still pretty good value. 56 is like that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd honestly go Kaner because he's cheaper.
Okay,
like $2K basically.
yeah, totally. So I think let's see here. Okay, we'll go Kane for sure. Who are the other 2?
Zary.
Okay.
And what do you think? You want to go Donor?
I have a good feeling about Doan. I don't know why. I just feel like he's got something tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or let's make sure we're not ignoring, Seattle, Minnesota.
Totally, which is kind of where I was just about to say. Like, I feel like we almost go to Philip Gustafson for Minnesota for goalies, just because Seattle has a tendency to not score. But we also can't. Philip Gustafson starting, yeah. We also can't knock the fact that John Gibson's playing in Vancouver and the Canucks don't score a lot of goals. Outside of that, like, I don't think there's a lot of goalies that like Grubauer. Absolutely not. That guy is a funnel.
Yeah, he's 4-0 though.
Is he actually?
He hasn't lost a game.
Oh my god, that's just making me look terrible. I mean, every time I see him, I feel like he's getting lit up. Was he not the goalie on record when they got taken by? They got belt to ass by Edmonton.
Yes.
Or by right? He was.
Or
did he get out? Did he get out soon enough? He must have.
Yeah, he must have. But I think Grubauer's horrible, but he's 4-0 right now.
Yeah. Okay. So Grubauer started, but doesn't get the loss because he let in 4 and Decord let in 5.
Interesting.
And Seattle scored 4, so it would have been a tie.
Yeah.
So that I don't know. I don't actually know the rules around that. I know what baseball is, but
yeah, I would say Gustafson's probably our goalie. Eh?
Yeah, I would think so. Just based on, I don't want to go Kemper because I don't like LA tonight.
Yeah,
I think that's a bit of a wash. I think Gustafson's where you spend the money. And then we're still looking good for our D and our utility for sure. But we do need to maybe take a look at Minnesota and.
Yeah, for forwards, Minnesota. Obviously, we got Boldy. Like he's been lighting it this year up.
For sure.
2 points last game. Zooks. I think Zooks is a good player at 5K.
Yeah, true. He's been putting up decent numbers.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. Get some power play time.
Yeah, 2 points his last game too. Yeah, let's fill the D and then see what we can afford for
players. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Defense is obviously the most expensive, which is, I mean, fair, but there's obviously way better value to be had here from some of our D men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Faber would be a good pick. I mean, obviously, like Minnesota, you feel like they're probably going to have some goals. Faber's at 4.6, which is pretty good value for where he is.
Yeah, I'd say so too. He's hasn't had points in a while, but he's in big games.
Yeah. Okay, we add in Brock Faber. We'll see what else we can get here. Oliver Ekman-Larsson has been incredible lately.
Yeah.
Which is like and they're definitely gone away from the 5 forward power play. I think Riley was running the power play though.
Yeah.
Power play 1, but I wouldn't be surprised if they moved Ekman-Larsson back there.
Yeah.
So he could be a spot at 4,000. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of goals in that game.
Yeah.
Outside of that, what's that?
McCabe, like he's been getting double-digit points the last 2 games. He's a good pick.
Probably, like, are we saying like from blocked shots and hits? Like, I feel like that guy's just
Yeah, and you're like that's all you want from your 2D man. I find with like the hockey DraftKings, you want at least 10 points from both of them.
Right.
If you pick a guy that pops off, great. But like D-man aren't necessarily getting points every game. Like I don't know what he's at right now. I think he's not like his last 3 games. He's 5 points and under.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so last D-man, who are you thinking?
So we got Faber here.
We do have Faber in, yeah.
Yeah, so I would either pick from the 3. I would either go Bo Byram.
Okay.
Because he's been
Bo Byram was right here, yeah.
He's been getting some high points. Or McCabe or OEL.
I like the Byram pick specifically because I think he's still trying to play his way out of Buffalo and he kind of needs some of this. So let's toss him in. We got 11,000 for our whoever we want to pick. Obviously, we have the world is our oyster. I'll let you make this last selection just based off of who you feel like is going to pop off. DeBrincat's obviously an option. We do have 2 Red Wings already.
Yeah.
But some good choices that we have options for here.
Yeah. I don't want to be the guy that's just picking Leafs guys. but like Willie and Austin have been great.
Yeah.
Obviously Austin, like Montreal, it's a 2-1 game shootout. What are you going to do? But those last 4 games, he's been killing it.
Very true.
Like Kirill, obviously Kirill's a guy, but like his last 3 games, he's been very cold.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with Austin, if he's not getting points, he's winning faceoffs. He'll sometimes the body. Like he can get you double-digit points without any points in the game. Like let's look at Cooch. Is Cooch popping off? He's doing pretty good lately.
Kucherov is. He's doing pretty well, even in a loss last game.
Yeah, and he loves to.
He had 10 shots on net, which is stupid. Okay, so let's go Kucherov or Matthews. Who are you picking? And then we'll say goodbye to Ray.
Okay, let's do Matthews. I don't care if we get called homers.
I like it. I like it. No, that's perfect. All right, here's our lineup. Ray's got to jump. He is also a salesman, and he kills his job.
Let's do Olympic talk.
He's good for some Olympic talk. There we go. That's what I want to do. All right. So the Olympics are right around the corner. Obviously, we do have the schedule, which is awesome. Canada, I believe, opens up there. I think they are against Czechia, Switzerland, and Slovakia, potentially. I am going to check this out. It's a pretty easy group. Obviously, Czechia is pretty good. I think they're probably like the highest competition that they're going to have. And then Switzerland and France is their other one. This changes, though. So there are rumors that the NHL players might not go if the rink doesn't get done, first of all, but also if the size isn't good enough for them. This obviously changes the way you build your roster. So if the NHL players go and the rink is smaller, who comes for Canada and who is off the roster for Canada, do you feel like? Because I feel like if I'm, let's say, like Connor Bedard, I have a better shot at making it if the rink is obviously bigger. Whereas like Tom Wilson, who's the other guy on the bubble with that kind of seems like they're deciding between the two. I'm probably going to take Tom Wilson. But how much does that affect team building, do you feel like?
Man, this has obviously been the discussion. Like, is Celebrini still in there? Is he still in the talks, or?
I would say, yeah, for sure. Like he is. They made him drug test, so he is still in conversation. But yeah,
especially with I feel like Celebrini has some more upside defensively, over Bedard.
Yeah,
but yeah, this is definitely. And in my mind, Olympic wise, obviously you love to bring both, but you can't leave Tom Wilson off the roster.
Yeah, I mean, it's famous. I'm surprised you haven't brought this up the second I said Tom Wilson, because I'm famous for having a quote. I think it was pre-COVID, but I said Tom Wilson was a better goal scorer than, I believe it was Jake Guentzel. I think we said, yeah, which was a really tough one for me because Tom Wilson is a great player, but this was back when Guentzel was in Pittsburgh, and I was like, Tom Wilson's better than Jake Guentzel, which obviously he's not. Jake Guentzel is incredible. Yeah. And I doubled down on it, but I agree. Tom Wilson, I feel like, has to be on your roster.
Yeah, he's scoring, and he scores in the ways that not a ton of other guys on the roster do. Sid's one of the only guys that gets those tips, gets those in front of the net goals that are just grindy. And I know you can't, it's not Four Nations. You can't have a line brawl, and they're a bit stricter to suspend someone if you just lay a good clean hit. So yeah, it's so tough, man. Obviously,
it is true, but the whole point there, I would say, for adding him is the Tkachuks are a problem for sure, and they were for Canada last year. Thank goodness, Sam Bennett stepped up. Obviously, Hagel, I think, had a fight as well, which was impressive. There are tough guys on Canada, but there's no one in the league like Tom Wilson.
No,
outside of the Tkachuks, really, for Canada anyway. There's no one like him. You kind of have to take him.
I think so too. You have Sam Bennett, but Sam Bennett's not been scoring the way Tom is.
No.
Yeah, he has 15 goals or something, right?
Yeah, he's up there. I can pull up the stats on that, but he's been, especially lately. Obviously Washington's kind of turned a corner, and they're kind of making a charge back up the standings, in large part to him. I think, honestly, it's he's got 17 on the season. He's tied for 6th. He's got as many goals as Leon Draisaitl this year.
It shouldn't even be a discussion.
No, it really shouldn't. But this is okay. Bringing up the goals now, because another guy who is extremely hot is Morgan Geekie, who has 22 goals and is second in the league behind only Nathan McKinnon. 4 goals clear of third place. Is he an option for Team Canada? Did they look at bringing Morgan, which is crazy?
Yeah, and he's a unit too. I haven't really watched him. Is he a physical guy?
Yes and no. I would say he can be, strictly because Boston's just a physical team. He's 6'3", I think. He's a pretty big guy. If we look at, maybe we can look at some advanced stats here on his hits.
Yeah, Morgan Geekie. Is Morgan Geekie the 2014 Chris Kunitz?
Exactly my thought. I mean, you don't have his centerman there,
Yeah.
or you don't have his wingers there. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could see it because he does play a lot. I mean, he plays power play. He's kind of that, not a Chris Kunitz player, but like the same type of guy that can definitely latch on and just like kind of explode at a tournament like that. I think he'd be good. Like, I don't know who you take off for him. I don't think Anthony Cirelli makes the team this year. I know he's a Tampa guy, but I think he's one of the guys that's left off.
Yeah.
I would say probably Travis Konechny too. He hasn't had a great start to the season. He's probably left off.
Yeah.
He didn't play a lot at the Four Nations.
Yeah, I like Konechny too. I think he's got
a
great attitude. Is Jarvis making it? Probably,
Jarvis is one, like, he hasn't been that great either. He's been better recently. Like, he had, better numbers recently, but like, he was another guy that he didn't really play. He played a lot at the start of the Four Nations and then kind of slowed down a little bit. They didn't play him as much.
Yeah.
But you do like the factor that he was on the team and played with a lot of the guys.
Yeah, and I know
so you can see that.
Really liked them, like as a room guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which matters for sure. And he's kind of like they were talking about this the other day, where like the hotel that they're staying at, they're going to be in the Olympic Village, which is like cots. It's not great for lodging. They're not going to be in like 5-star hotels. They're going to be in Olympic Village with every other Olympian there. The dressing rooms, it's going to be like fold up chairs for some of the rooms. So Jarvis seems like a guy who like just doesn't care, like he's like, whatever. I think he drives like, I don't know what kind of, he drives like a super old car that he's had forever. He's just like, he's that kind of guy. Could be good. Like you kind of need some of those guys who just don't care.
Just meat and potatoes type.
Yeah, 100%.
That'd be nice. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to Tom Wilson and Bedard, I think it has to come to like big game experience, right? Like Wilson's won a cup. I know he wasn't at Four Nations, but like I know there could be some kind of energy from a young guy. Just like, they bring a lot of energy. They have a lot of passion for the game, but for something this high stakes, like I feel like you got to take guys that were at Four Nations, at Sochi, or have won cups.
True. Right? Yeah, I would absolutely agree. Yeah. I mean, like you have your centers are pretty much locked for Canada. Like you have McKinnon probably going to play center, McDavid probably going to play center, Crosby definitely playing center. Mm-hmm. Their fourth line, you're kind of like throwing whoever. Point could be your fourth line center, but you can also play wing. They have a lot of versatility. I feel like Tom Wilson, though, is a guy that you can throw on literally any line there, and you're not going to, like, no one's going to have an issue with it. He could play with Connor McDavid and Mitch Marner, and you would be like, great, that's a good line. You wouldn't have any issues.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Bedard, I feel like you're having more talks about, like, where he actually fits on a line because of just the way he plays.
Yeah, totally. And, like, is he a liability on the wing?
Yeah, true. We don't know. He's kind of a liability at center, honestly, which is like not great. And then you move to wing, and if you're a liability at wing, you're in even tougher there.
Yeah, especially Olympic ice. Like I know he played World Juniors at the wing and like just destroyed records, but yeah, it's a different game.
Different game for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I think it changes the way like the states build too. Obviously, they're like the Tkachuks are locked in. Matthew Eichel, those guys are obviously going. Hopefully, Matthew Tkachuk is healthy enough. But like a guy like Cole Caulfield, who's like seemingly on the bubble, does he go if that rink is smaller, or would you rather take like Tage Thompson, who can compete and take the physicality of it? Because I feel like Caulfield. I mean, I like Cole Caulfield a lot, but I feel like when his time and space is taken away, even in the playoffs last year against Washington, it was like a different story where you don't see the same guy.
Yeah. Even though he's built like a mini fridge, he doesn't take it well.
He is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, he can take hits for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
Does Zegras go because he's point per game? Is he even in the chat or what?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna look up let's look up a projected Olympic roster. This is the most recent one that I can find, which is November 11th. So that's a little bit of a go. But Tkachuk. This one has Matthew Knies making the team.
Yeah, I would.
Which is like, I mean, he's over a point per game too. He actually, arguably more than anybody, has played his way onto this team.
100%. Yeah, I would hate to play against him.
Oh, he's a mule. He's insane. And then the third line, they have Boldy, Tage Thompson, and Caulfield, which is a sick third line.
Yeah.
And can definitely see that line producing. And then Gensel, Larkin, and Alex Tuck with Kyle Connor and Clayton Keller as your extra forwards. And then Vincent Trocheck is the guy who's out there, which makes sense.
He's reliable for sure.
How do you leave Jason Robertson off that roster, though?
No JT Miller?
No JT Miller, no Jason Robertson, no Chris Kreider, who was there at the Four Nations, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
Which is kind of shocking. There's another one here that does have JT Miller on the roster. I feel like you have to take him.
And Kreider's been playing good.
Yeah, for sure. Kreider's been playing great. Kind of had a revival. I feel like this has got to be, I mean, November 11th. That's a full month ago.
Yeah.
That's a lot of space here. Let's see here. DeBrincat also was left off that one. Clayton Keller was left off that one. Those are guys like, I mean, the States have,
dude.
Maybe not like obviously the high end of like McKinnon and McDavid.
Yeah.
But they're deep.
Yeah, they are
real deep.
They are some sick players. Like leaving DeBrincat off is crazy. And like,
yeah,
are you bringing Patrick Kane?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like you kind of have to. He's been playing well of late too, but like, where do you put him?
Yeah, they actually have at forward. They have a tough go.
They do, and even at D, like they have not a tough go, but they have pretty like Lane Hudson isn't even projected to make that team. He's sick.
Really? Yeah.
But like having Werenski, Slavin, Sanderson, McAvoy's probably going to be healthy. Who he got hurt at the Four Nations, and that was a big blow for them. Adam Fox, Quinn Hughes. Like they have, that's maybe why Lane Hudson wouldn't go. And it's the same reason why like Evan Bouchard, I don't think is going to make it, because you have a guy to run your power play one, right? Which is like really all Bouchard does. And if you're going to bring Bouchard, you want him to run power play one, but like Cale Makar is obviously running power play one. Like we're not doing that, you know?
You keep Bouchard away from this Olympic team.
Yeah, I mean, I would be shocked if he makes it.
I don't think McDavid would let that happen, dude.
True, honestly, I think you're right. Yeah, Bouchard's going up to McDavid like, "You'll vouch for me, right?" And McDavid's like, "No, dude, I can't. I need a gold medal. Sorry, man. I've watched you burn me enough times."
Yeah. Okay. The craziest thing about all this, we could obviously talk teams and roster forever.
Yeah.
What the heck is going on that the rink isn't ready? Like,
yeah, I mean, the NHL NHL Board of Governors meetings are this week, and they have to have an update on the rink by this week, or they make a decision on the players not going. So if it's not up to schedule, then there's a risk of the NHL players not going, and then all of a sudden, Canada and the States are probably not even really in medal contention anymore. So if you're gambling right now and you want to take a flyer on somebody like Germany, who won last time the NHL players weren't there. But as far as the rink goes, I mean, this is like shocking.
Yeah.
Like, how do you just not, like you've known they won the Olympic bid, I think like 12 years ago. I believe they go in 12-year spans. So you've known about this for 12 years. To not have a rink ready is crazy.
And do they outsource a rink? Like, could they just have the hockey somewhere else? Like, were they talking about Switzerland? A Switzerland rink?
Yeah, and it's true. Like, I remember somebody was talking about how the Summer Olympics were in France this last year, and there's nowhere to surf in France. So they sectioned it out to a colony of France.
Yeah.
I can't remember where they did it. But, I mean, something like that, like, I feel like that has more likeliness of happening, but at the same time, like, it's 2 months away. We are like literally 2 months away from puck drop on men's hockey, and that's a lot to switch over.
Yeah, like the logistics of where these players going to stay and all that is crazy, but like, you know better than anyone, like there's some good rinks in Sweden. No,
tons. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the biggest thing though. Like Italy has a good hockey league. Like they have the Alps League there, and they have the Ice Hockey League that plays Ice HL, that plays some teams in Italy. Like there's got to be rinks that can support it, which is why it's like surprising that they're not saying they have a plan B. So I don't know. I don't know. It's shocking. Like it's mind blowing. And ice hockey is, I mean, for us for sure, but I think for a lot of people, like ice hockey is a premier event for the Winter Olympics. It's the one that lasts the longest. Men's and women's both are very well watched in Canada and in Europe. It's a huge miss if they can't get this going.
Yeah, I mean, like it's the only major sport, right?
Yeah, I mean, outside of it's the only team sport that's going there. Outside of like curling, which has like 4 people on a team, but like it's the only it's the biggest sport. Which for like the Summer Olympics, you would say it's probably soccer is probably maybe one of the biggest, but they only take youth teams sometimes.
Does basketball play in Summer or Winter Olympics?
Basketball plays in summer.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, that's big. I would say basketball is up there for the big, but it's a similar thing of like these are the best athletes in the world that are paid the most, whereas like other Olympic athletes, it's like if they win gold, they make money, and that's about it from their countries. It's not like they're winning money at home for mogul ski jumping, like they're not making millions. So
these are names, like I don't know Penny Alexiak is until the Olympics happen.
True.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because Penny Alexiak is Canadian legend, but you only know her because of the Olympics. But if you were in like, I don't know, a swimming community, I'm sure you'd know, but like Connor McDavid's name travels around the world. Like it's not like everybody knows who he is. So it'll be interesting to see. We'll obviously keep updated on it, and next week on our stream we'll have answers. So we'll have a better idea of what's going on.
It's insane. Like, out of all, like, you couldn't have messed up like the bobsleds.
Literally, yeah.
Like, I know that's kind of
so true.
Like, or like anything else, like the hockey rink you couldn't finish.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, you couldn't have just like. I mean, the ski hill, you can move that anywhere. There's like a million ski hills in Italy that you can go to with the Alps.
Yeah.
Pick any of them, you can make it work. It's the same thing for hockey though. You can just pick a rink. If the Olympic venue's not ready, just like go to somewhere else.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
Interesting to see. All right, well, that'll be it for this one. We've exhausted Ray's time. We've exhausted my time. This has been great. This is the most viewers we've had on a stream. I actually, you know what? And also most live viewers for sure, which is I didn't even tag Ray in the video. So we must have people saw his beautiful face on the thumbnail on YouTube, and they're like, let's jump in there and let's see. It's the waggle hat for sure. Well, we could talk for hours, which is hilarious. Ray's probably going to be a regular guest from now on. We'll get him back on for sure.
Anytime.
This was fun. Thanks for jumping in, Ray. We will good set of games this week. Leafs, obviously, we'll see how our DraftKings lineup does.
Yeah.
And hopefully next week we're coming back with a good chunk of change that we can split, and we can just keep going on that. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. We will check in next week.
Take care.